From Yaya said, good morning, all. All what our president said is good, but I pray he will implement it and stop all insecurity in our country so that the farmers can go to their farm and price of food will come down. God bless Nigeria. Well, let's take a listen to what he also said about upscaling the fight against insecurity. He did speak to the armed forces about this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Today, at this auspicious occasion, which marks the Diamond Jubilee of Nigeria Defense Academy, I recall with a sense of pride that barely 4 months into the tenure of the present administration, the Vice President, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, GCON, attended the 33rd convocation ceremony of this institution in honor of cadets of 70 and the postgraduate student, while I had the honor of being the review officer at the personal parade of the same set of cadets. This event, which has become a tradition of Nigerian Defense Academy, have also earned the institution a unique and enviable place among the tertiary institutions in Nigeria. It is worth noting that the NDA is the only degree awarding institution in Nigeria where years in and year out a convocation ceremony is conducted where cadets graduate with presidential commission and an academic degree. Congratulations. Reviewing history, over 6 decades ago, on the 5th of February 1984, the NDA has undergone various stages of transformation in its quest to fulfill its mandates of training officers for the Nigerian Armed Forces. The archives reveal and historical documents show that before obtaining independence from Britain, Nigerian first set of officers were trained in Ghana and subsequently at Royal Military Academy in Sandhurst. It is heartwarming to know that just 4 years after independence, the first batch of 64 Army and Navy cadets commenced training at NDA. I understand from history that those sets graduated straight into the Civil War. I understand that other giants as well recorded in NDA include the establishment of postgraduate programs, the creation of research centers and centers of excellence to facilitate research and enable cross-fertilization of ideas. The consistent academic calendar, devoid of industrial disputes and strike, should make the NDA Postgraduate School an institution of choice, not only for Nigerian students, but also for students across the globe. I must also commend the past and present leadership of NDA for the quality of military and academic training, which has continued to attract clients from other sister African nations. You could see many other nations' flag behind us there. We are very proud Nigerians. For us, these have consequently impacted positively on the image of the country, disciplined, undivided, loyalty to the nation and everyone of us. Therefore, it behoves us to cultivate an enabling environment of peace to attract prospective cadets, not only from Africa, but from Europe and America as well. Let me also add that although the war against the enemies of Nigeria is not over, it is fair to state that relative peace, improvement, is being recorded across the major flashpoints. These progresses have come at a price for the government and the populace. We remember fallen heroes and those out in trenches for the sake of our fatherland. Let us also celebrate their resilience and the sacrifice at this Diamond Jubilee. I am aware that in the last 3 years alone, to date, over 40 different projects have been completed, even in the face of dwindling resources. The impact of this project cuts across all the sectors of the academy. Some of the projects include physical infrastructure, just as excavation of anti-vehicular ditches, and the construction of wall fences and perimeter rules to enhance security. Other projects are personnel and cadet welfare, improvement in the quality of training curricula, provision and improvement of training equipment, power supply, and several others. These projects attest to focused leadership coupled with prudent management of resources by the past and the present administration of this NDA. These achievements are very valuable and should therefore be celebrated at this Diamond Jubilee. I say once again, congratulations.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Well, the president leading everyone through the historic lesson around the army and all that there is to achieve, if I would say. Security remains a very significant part of our reality as we have it now. Food security also comes on board as part of the issues that there are to do with as well. As we go on the break, I'd like to share with you one of the key things that was said in a message by the former group CEO of Access Holdings. He viewed life a little bit differently. He had his vision for life, and that vision, unfortunately, was cut short over the weekend. Take a listen to this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
I will tell you something about being fearless. That powerful state of mind where you refuse to be constrained by the consciousness of your limitations, where you face your challenges as an adventurous quest, focusing on the joys of winning rather than the fear of losing. Many years ago at Coopers and Lybrand, I could not have foreseen the great future that is now Access Corporation. But education, from formal institutions and from the University of Life, instilled in me all that was required. Each rung of the ladder of success, with its mistakes and joy.
Part of the things that he closely held passionately for the future, as he had it. All right, stay with us right here on Nigeria Info. We'll continue after the break on Morning Crossfire.
Info 95.1 Abuja.
This is an announcement. Are you ready to step into your dream home? Look no further. Oakley Real Estate, your trusted partner in real estate excellence. Visit us at Suite B107 Millennium Builders Plaza, CBD, Abuja, or call us on 013-632-3436. Let our investment advisors guide you through in making your dream home a reality.
In the comfort of your home, on your way to work, in the midst of your daily activities. Your Let's Talk station is here to keep you informed. Only on your number one for talk, 95.1 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk.
I'm often asked, why do I do a political show? Well, it has to be because of one of my favorite political quotes, the Gessner philosophy. And it says, the right leaders feel a sense of urgency in good times and bad, whether facing threat or opportunity. No matter what, they are obsessed, afflicted with a creative compulsion and inner drive for progress, burning hot coals in the stomach that
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
Connection established.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. 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 is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This 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 is Nigeria Info.
The Morning Crossfire with Femi D Live.
Well, welcome back to the show this very morning as we continue to push in and get your views in on what really matters. Well, just before I take on the next set of calls, the Inspector General of Police has been given an account of achievements and areas they're still pushing for achievements when it comes to security. Well, he did make out high points of some of the areas. It talked about 100 kidnapped victims have been rescued in different parts of the country. Take a listen.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Providing information on potential victims to other criminal gangs and syndicates. Again, on the 24th of January 2024, the SIS, in conjunction with some officers from the FCT Command and vigilantes, stormed the kidnapping syndicate camp in Ikwa Village, Nasarawa State, where they were able to secure the rescue of 14 hostages on hold after a fierce gun battle. Rivers Command. On 13/01/2024, at about 17:43 hours, Rivers State Police Command received a distress call from a member of the public that an 18-seater bus coming from Owerri to Port Harcourt was attacked by unknown gunmen along Imwawa Ubima Road. Police operatives immediately responded to this distress and engaged the kidnappers in a fierce gun battle, leading to the rescue of 10 victims who have all been reunited with their families, while effort is ongoing to locate and rescue the other missing victims. Plateau.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Well, that's a part of what he said about different areas. Plateau State as well included. Oh, let me allow you to listen to the Plateau State part.
SIS deployed to the area swung into action to prevent further attacks. The operatives arrested 9 suspects in connection to the recent attack, recovered from them dangerous weapons, including machetes, petrol kegs, which are suspected to have been used by the hoodlums to set fire on houses in the area. Normalcy has since been restored, and security operatives are fully on ground to thwart any further attack, while manhunt for the attackers will continue until they are hunted down.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Let's get to the phone lines and hear from you. A magazine set of conversation. Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Mr. Charles.
All right, Mr. Charles, I'm here.
From the Minister of Labor to the speech of the President to that of police, the same thing. I remember the era of Buhari, and from Garba Shehu to then Tony Adeshina to plenty of them. Good speeches. Talk is very cheap. Very cheap. You see them, they will come. When as they are talking, people are clapping. You will think everything is fine. But in the reality, 1% of those talk will not even be implemented. Look at the country. At that time, they call us Wela. They call us, we don't know how to play politics. Look at somebody said, see how Nigerians are united in football. Because people who know the game are allowed to play. When they come back home politically, they'll be told of the ethnic group where they come from. On that basis, nobody wants to be in a home when you are not recognized as a legitimate child of the family. Will you be happy when you come home or your other siblings calls you and tell you are a bastard or you don't belong to this home? You will not be happy. So that is where we find ourselves.
All right.
They have destroyed the country. We are waiting for the final collapse because
no, we're not waiting for the final collapse, my brothers. You know the rules of how we speak here. We're not waiting for the final collapse. Okay, you still have to be retrospective and be very, very well cultured when you speak on Nigeria Info. I did terminate your call in case you're wondering. Emperor Malinga Audu says Nigeria should rise again. This, I believe. Patrick Alabi says, good morning, Femi D. Ken Shima Udele says, watching live from Makadi, Benue State. Mwazu John Lasisi says, good work. Good morning to all those people on Facebook. Good morning.
Dr. Femi D.
Good morning, dear friend.
Good morning.
Morning.
Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
From Gwarimpa.
All right, Tony. Good to have you on.
Nigeria will never collapse.
Amen.
We have all the potentials. Dr. Femi D. Lee Kuan Yew in his book, From Third World to First World, I want to summarize it. The summary of that book, it says 3 things we need to be great, to achieve greatness. Number 1, superior intelligence. Nigeria, we have it. But we're not applying it. Number 2, ingenuity. We have it. Nigeria is selling everywhere. But back at home, we're not applying it. And then the last one, I love, discipline. And then he capped it by saying, I'm not resources. He said, I'm not resources. Singapore does not have the kind of resources we have. But they have these 3 things I mentioned. And Nigeria has it. Just one visionary leader. Nigerians, let's start for one child. Visionary leader in the class of Lee Kuan Yew, Martin Mohammed of Malaysia, Martin of Dubai, and we are there. Quote me in 10 years, we'll be like America. All this talk, well, talking will take us nowhere. In leadership, action speaks louder than words. We need a leader who is patriotic, who is prudent, who is productive. Look at SLA all over the world. In Singapore, it's not more than 2.6 Singaporean pounds to $1. You strengthen Naira every day. Like look at Dubai. Strengthening their Naira through tourism. How are we strengthening our Naira? Through corruption, you are killing it. Right. You are killing it. Insecurity, they are killing it. Nigeria, all our problems, now we they kill ourselves. We stop destroying ourselves, killing Nigeria, begin to be patriotic.
All right.
And productive at all levels. I'll be there in the next 10 years. Quote me. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you too for your view to this. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Yes, doctor. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, madam. Oh, good morning, sir.
Thank you. It's a passenger from Amali.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you, Abuja. Good morning. Nigeria, we see yesterday the love of football. Some people don't usually watch football, but with yesterday you see level that the Nigerians are. If you say we are like this, the government will not be taking us for granted. Day in, day out. They keep lies to us day in. And we refuse to understand the language that they use. Why? Because we are in pain now, Dr. Femi. There are a lot of promises that the federal government and the state government, some of them have made, that even single thing has not been reviewed. Single thing you have not seen with your eyes like this. So, if you say we are united, they cannot be coming. This pain now, doctor, we are in pain, serious pain. Like I'm talking to you, some students. Me, I am part of the student that I benefit from day that she's late today. Up to date, I have not, this is 1 month now, I have not gone back to school. Why? Because I don't have the means to go back to school. Why? Because I will pay house rent, I will pay school fees and other things. But up to date, I am still at home because I cannot afford, Obasanjo cannot afford to go back to university today. So the government has keep on promised us student loan, some cars that will bring to Izu everybody that will be transporting. Nothing today. The minimum wage, nothing. All sorts of life day in, day out. Why now our government?
Okay, let's leave it at that with you. Thank you.
Doctor,
Thank you. Thank you so much, okay? Good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Femi.
Welcome. How are you today?
I'm fine. How was your weekend?
That's fairly good.
I hope you watched the match yesterday.
I did, though. I come and watch them.
With tension or without tension? How did you watch the match?
I assure you, at some point, I think I lost interest in the match at the point where the referee started to, from the first half, when he started to show his bias or lack of vision, and he was a disappointment. He was one that really upset me about the game, the referee.
Okay, thank you. That's by the way. Anyway.
Yeah.
Talking about governance in Nigeria, you see, I always like to call in to Nigeria for any time you're on the show, because I like the way you conduct the show very well, honestly. You give time to those who you think have positive things to contribute. But particularly on that's your jingle about a good leader. I want us to always x-ray every action of our government with that your jingle that says that every good leader have a sense of urgency, and that will tell you whether those policies of government are really good or not. If it's policy that should come from a right leader. You understand? I so much like that jingle. If only you will be playing it, at intervals in your program, I would like that, because anybody that is contributing, saying anything, whether in the positive side or in the negative side, stick with that jingle. That jingle speaks a lot. It speaks volume about leadership. You understand? So what we are witnessing in Nigeria today is not leadership at all. It's not leadership. And again, the press. I always take exception with the press. The press, as you know, the media is the fourth estate of the realm. I've always said this on your program. You guys will always government. Try to call out the government, because we are the only hope we have in Nigeria today. The executive has, the judiciary has made us, the legislature has also put us. Now I can say we have the press. That is why we can call somebody like you now to relate with you and then share our problem too. We can't do that with all these people in the position of authority.
Okay.
So what happens is that you people to do investigative journalism and call out the government when the need be. Don't protect the government. Don't defend them.
All right, my brother. Let's leave it at that so I can take in some few more calls. Okay, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm grateful to you. Hello. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Femi.
Yes, welcome.
This is Igwe calling from Nasarawa.
Igwe from Nasarawa State. Okay.
Yes. I just want to speak about the government issue. You see, if you look at the system of our government today, you discover that if a poor man does anything, anybody who is not a politician, once you are found guilty of anything, you are being persecuted according to the law. But on the other side of it, how many we are complaining of corruption, we are complaining of poverty, we are complaining of mismanagement and all other things. But how many of our governors are being persecuted for not taking the actions that they are supposed to take, or mismanagement? How many of our presidents? How many of our senators? All these people, they have occupied various offices. We cry about mismanagement and corruption, but nobody is being prosecuted for anything. What does it mean? It means that today, the wrong has become the right. And so everybody does it and no punishment for that. And until we change from that, I don't think there is a solution for our problem. Thank you, Mr. Femi.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to you as well for your view on quite a number of issues as we have it. All right. Give me a moment. I'll be back to share more with us. This is Morning Crossfire.
I'm often asked, why do I do a political show? Well, it has to be because of one of my favorite political quotes, the Gessner philosophy. And it says,
the right leaders feel a sense of urgency in good times and bad, whether facing threat or opportunity. No matter what, they are obsessed, afflicted with a creative compulsion and inner drive for progress, burning hot coals in the stomach that remains constant, whether facing threat or opportunity.
This is what I also believe, that there's a sense of urgency that needs to be done with every right leader. And that is why I do the show. This I believe. I am Femi D. Amele.
95.1 Nigeria Info. Now we're back on the Morning Crossfire.
Thanks for staying close right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. This is Morning Crossfire with Femi Live. I'm Femi D. Amalem. Well, some stories of interest as well. Kenyan Marathon world record holder Kiptum was killed in a car crash. That has now been confirmed as well, all connected to this weekend as well. There's also the interview granted by Professor Sage, where he talked about how Nigerians possibly need let me use the word strong leader in order to get them to be properly disciplined and get them in line, if I would say. Well, that is his view to things, at least so he says. Okay. Prince Oscar writes in on WhatsApp. He says, dear brother, these people that refer to these unfeeling characters as leaders, do they know the meaning of what leader? Leaders are humane. They are empathic. They are trailblazers. They live by examples. Who among these people has any of the above? We have rulers right now. God bless you. God bless your day. Prince Oscar writes that in. Ibrahim Jackson from Sokar Airport Road says, good morning, Femi D. You're doing a nice job, giving us the opportunity to hear our views on this station. In my view, I don't think playing what the president said for this long is necessary. We do listen to him or whoever that they make this speech. Coming to boards and take our precious time, playing back whatever he thinks he's saying is a waste of time. Time is precious, please. I prefer you boss with your long explanation than listening to the president repeatedly. Thanks. Okay. Well, it looks like no matter what anybody does, you'll be bored anyway. Good morning, Femi D. Kindly send this audio of Abbott to me. Okay, I'll do my best if I can. Mary B says, Femi D, I need somebody to help us tap the president for me to please wake up. Because to me, whenever Mr. President speaks, it seems as if we're still in the campaign season. Elections don't finish here. Now is the era of less talk and more action. In conclusion, if this administration is confused, let them swallow their pride and call for a press conference. Few of us well-meaning Nigerians are willing to prefer solutions free of charge. Mary B. had a rating in. Good morning, Femi D. We have been conditioned to accept accept as citizens. Okay, so I missed out a word there because I can't read the word out on air. As citizens, that's why when the president is speaking, we clap for nothing. What the country we live in. Your message. I know, interestingly, this very morning, your message, it doesn't even leave me with substitute words. No substitute word is coming to my head just reading your message. I tried, but none of them was able to load up fast enough to substitute for some of the strong language you used there. Good morning, Femi. These people that clapped for president, what are they clapping for now? I will not talk much on that, okay? All right, I think that's been sent in as well. Good morning, Femi. You don't float your currency anywhere. You strengthen, you grow and improve it every day through production, manufacturing, export, constant power supply, and above all, through adequate security throughout the land. Let our leaders sit up and be patriotic, prudent, and productive, and we will have a country of our dream. God bless Nigeria. 24 Guarimpa had that written in. All right, we've got room for some few more calls. Let's take those calls on and your views to this. Good morning to you. I'm glad you joined in.
Hello, Femi. Good morning. David from Federal House in Lugbe.
Oh, welcome, sir.
Yeah, I want to align thoughts with the last caller that said that, the past president and our governor should be, to be called up to account for their deeds while in the office. You see, that is the truth. That is the truth, honestly speaking. You cannot just come and govern for 4 or 8 years. At the end of the day, nobody asks you questions. Until we do that, we summon these people to account for their deeds while in office. We will continue to, you continue to live in poverty. Honestly speaking, nothing will move. Are they above the law?
But they're usually protected by the law. I think that's another thing I need to say.
Yes, we need to amend the section of the Constitution or whatever so that this will be called upon. The president should be, in other crimes, honestly speaking, the president will be called to account for, what is did while in office. Why the Nigeria own situation is different from others. We need to call this people. Look at 8 years for nothing. Governor will stay for 8 years for nothing. The president 8 years for nothing. Then you need the ministers and even the local government. And we need to call them. We need to call this. This is the time. Nigerians are suffering. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm grateful to you. Okay. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Are you close by?
Good morning, Femi.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. All right, welcome. Good to connect with you.
Let me talk about the speech of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are begging you, whatever you say, you cannot listen until the time that you reduce the fuel and the dollar's money. Because now, things that are going ending. You cannot talk about the price, you cannot talk about the insecurity. You don't handle it. Whatever one single person, because the God really send it to him. Whatever you do to us, let God do to him. Because we are tired. Even yesterday, we are not afford taking food to eat. I believe before the match, Nigeria match, I talk about here and I'm really very happy. Because whatever somebody cries, no one can be benefited. Because this thing that you are doing is too much benefit. Too much. The only God we can really provide, make us to rescue for this kind of wicked leader. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well for your contribution. Things are really, the pressure is building up stronger by year.
Yeah, Femi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, Femi, I'm Joseph, okay, calling from Abuja. Just Joseph. Yes.
On this statement credited to Pastor Eloka W.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That we should go spiritual. Can you hear me now? He said we should go spiritual. I am here to tell our dear Pastor Adeboye with all due respect. So,
there. Not too sure I can hear you now. But Pastor Adeboye was in Kaduna State. He was received by Governor Obasani over the weekend. Where they talked, he prayed for the states, and he talked about some of the things that is driving the political landscape and how essentially spiritual help is also required beyond just bear approaching things as it's sin. Okay, that's the last call I can take on. Good morning. Good morning to you. All right, Tony. My dear friend Tony, it's a struggle to hear you. They're not too sure.
Are you hearing me now?
Better now. Better now.
I say, until you begin to hold our leaders to account, in and out of office, they are with you. In office, they are protected, they have immunity. And when after leaving office, why can't we look at the leading contenders in the Pakistani election? Is in former prime minister is in jail. In Singapore, one of the ministers was there. Trump is now facing serious legal cases in court. I can't wait the trial leader. If they will come and free those with corruption charges and he leaves and believe him. No.
All right.
Nobody's above the law.
Nobody's above the law. Thank you.
Management.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, God bless.
Thank you. Okay, struggled to hear part of what you said towards the end, but I'm still grateful that you were passionate enough to make it clear that nobody is above the law. All right, stay with us right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. We have received entries for the Ebek Dife, and yes, you'll find out next some of the peoples that will be debating. We're also excited to announce that later on tonight, Sumi will be starting our program from 10 p.m. to 1. Stay up and stay close to her. She has some very interesting things to offer from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. later on tonight. God bless you. I'm Femi D. Amelin. And that's it on Morning Crossfire for today. I'm back tomorrow.
This is Morning Crossfire.
This is Nigeria Info.